I'm so happy that you are here, and I would like to take the opportunity to tell you a story. My name is Kia, and I love telling stories. And I'm so happy that you are here and listening to me. Not all children like stories, but then you are not like all others. You are unique. And you probably have a lot of imagination, laughter, and curiosity within. You probably have the superpower to make your parents crazy sometimes, as well as make them laugh. Anyway, I know they love you very much and that they are proud of you. I know they love you just the way you are. And I know they always want you to feel safe and loved. Oh, I'm getting all bubbly with excitement. It will be so much fun to tell you this story. But before we start, I think you better lie down. Pull the blankets up to your chin and put your beautiful and brilliant head on the pillow and close your eyes. Are you comfortable now? Good. Now take a few deep breaths. Take a deep breath, so deep that your tummy will inflate like a balloon. And breathe out, so your tummy sinks back down again. Breathe like this for another few breaths. What do you say? Are you relaxed and ready for the story now? Good. Let's get started. What now? Liam thought. The computer game suddenly looked so strange. It was as if the characters in the game suddenly looked more alive. He shook his head and rubbed his eyes. He was probably getting tired. It was late and soon time to go to bed. He logged out and turned off the TV and went out to the kitchen where his mom, dad and little sister Lily were painting with watercolors. When he played his computer game, everything else kind of disappeared. The only ones left were himself and the characters of the game. He watched his family for a moment and tried to change his focus back to the house, the kitchen and his family. They sat by the kitchen table, painting, chatting and laughing, and they looked so happy and relaxed. "Come, Liam," said Dad. "Come and sit on my lap." Liam was really too big to sitting on Dad's lap, but right now he didn't care. It was lovely to cuddle up in Dad's warm arms, to feel safe with his arms holding him tight, to feel the warmth and the heartbeats in his chest, and how the air from his breathing tickled his neck. Liam snuggles. He feels safe and loved. Lily was chattering away, at the same time as she filled her paper with different colors. She painted different patterns of pink, blue, purple, yellow, green, orange, and red with her watercolors. Liam yawned widely. "Can we go to bed soon?" he asked. "I want to be awake and rested for tomorrow." The next day he was going to play his computer games together with his friends Jack and Vincent. They all helped to clean up the kitchen and got ready for bed. As usual, Mom played Liam's favorite bedtime story, the audiobook Sleep Tight, Little Superhero. It was a guided bedtime story and Liam loved it. There they were, tucked into the big bed. Lily was still babbling, but Liam focused on the story. And he got more and more tired. And his breaths got slower and deeper. His eyelids got heavier and heavier. Now Lily had stopped talking, and the sound of the story got fainter and fainter. Soon he was fast asleep and safe. What a peculiar feeling. Liam tries to wake up. It feels like he's sleeping, although he's awake. Or is it the other way around? Maybe he's awake, although he knows he's asleep. He keeps his eyes closed and tries to feel and listen to where he is. He recognizes the sounds, but can't quite place them. It sounds like a metallic sound, like a scraping sound. His body feels different, not quite like normal. This is strange, he thinks to himself. Slowly, he opens his eyes, one at a time. His vision is a bit blurred, and he can't see quite clearly, just like when he has just woken up. He blinks and looks around. He doesn't know where he is. There are trees all around him. He looks to the right, where the metallic sound is coming from. He can see a clearing in the woods with something that looks like two shining creatures on two legs playing, wrestling and chasing one another. He tries to stand up, curious about the shiny creatures. When he stretches out his arms and legs to stand up, he gets surprised. They are made of metal. And there is a piece of cloth with a dark patch tied around his leg. His leg is hurting. Carefully, he stands up and limps toward the creatures in the clearing. He recognizes the laughter and the voices. It sounds just like Jack and Vincent. "Jack, Vincent, is that you? Where are we?" calls Liam. "Liam, I'm so happy that you are awake." "Yes, it's Vincent and me," says Jack. "While you were unconscious, we have had a good look around and we have come to the conclusion, no matter how crazy it sounds, that we must be inside our computer game. We are the game characters that we used to play with." Liam feels dizzy and his head is spinning. He has to sit back down again. It can't be true, he thinks. How is it even possible? Vincent noticed that Liam is confused and says, "We believe that we must be dreaming. There is no other explanation. In some way, the three of us are all dreaming the same thing, and we are meeting here inside the dream. Everything is exactly as it was in the game when we stopped playing yesterday before we went to bed," says Jack. "Your character hurt his leg and fainted, and our characters were in the middle of building a windbreak for protection, which is exactly what we were doing when we woke up here in the dream." "Okay," says Liam. "I don't understand how it's possible, but I can really see you and I can see myself, and we are made of metal. We are robots, no matter whether I understand how it happened or not. This feels just as real as being in school yesterday. And if we are the characters of our computer game, then our mission should also be the same, to save the princess from the evil troll." They all nod in agreement. That must be right. So, the next step should be to catch a few wild robot dogs to ride over to the lake with the island, where the princess is held as a prisoner. They have done all this before, when they played the game, so they knew exactly where they could find the dogs and how they were to build the traps to capture the wild and unruly robot dogs. When they have found the right spot and the traps are ready, it is getting dark. They find a small cave nearby where they seek shelter for the night. There they light a fire for warmth and protection. Vincent opens a bag that he has carried with him and takes out some food, and they all eat with a healthy appetite as they are talking to each other around the comforting fire. Liam yawns and stretches before curling up into a ball next to Vincent and Jack. Their breaths become deeper and deeper and slower. Their eyelids become heavier and heavier. One by one, they fall asleep, safe and warm, there by the fire. Liam wakes up to a whining and barking noise. Something, or rather someone, is caught in the traps. He wakes the others and together they tiptoe up to the trap to take a look. In the trap, there are 3 robot dogs. The boys are very excited. Now all they have to do is train the dogs, and then they can start the mission to save the princess. The robot dogs are in fact quite nice and cuddly, but they are also quite mischievous. They just can't help themselves, just like you maybe can't help yourself sometimes. It doesn't take long for the robot friends Liam, Jack and Vincent to tame the dogs. They just throw some pine cones for the dogs to fetch, and in no time, all of them, children and dogs alike, are playing together. The dogs are wagging their tails excitedly, and the boys are laughing out loud. "Come on now," says Liam. "It's time to get going so we will have time to save the princess before it gets dark." They all get going, riding on the now relatively tame robot dogs. They ride over, up the hills and down the valleys. The dogs run so fast that it feels like they are floating above the ground. Since they know it's all a dream, they aren't afraid, and they dare to do things that they might be afraid to do otherwise. They stay to explore, and they stay to climb up high trees to check that they are going in the right direction. The day passes by, and they swim in little lakes when they get warm. And they warm themselves with spider webs, thick as woolly blankets when they get cold. They stop to eat when they get hungry, and they drink when they get thirsty. And they stop and rest when they get tired. After traveling for several hours, they finally come to the lake with the island where the princess is held prisoner by the evil troll. They stop by the beach and sit down to make a plan. They will need a really good plan to be able to outsmart the troll. Thanks to having played the game, they have the experience and knowledge needed to outsmart the troll. When they play the game, however, they never managed to get that far. There were always some small details that went wrong. That's why they have to be extra careful now to make everything the right way. They only have one chance, and the most difficult part is to get close to the troll without being discovered. After having discussed the problem for a few minutes, they think they have a clever plan. They will swim over to the island. The island isn't very big, and since all of them are strong swimmers and have swimming badges to prove it, they think they will make it. They all take a deep breath and dive into the water. Once on the island, they slowly tiptoe up to the troll's cave that is halfway underground. Liam sneaks up on the rock above the opening of the cave. Jack comes in from the right and Vincent from the left. They can hear the troll muttering and rooting around inside the cave. Suddenly Liam sees the princess. She is sitting inside a cage up on a shelf, just like in the computer game. He looks closer, and to his surprise, he noticed that the princess is no other than his sister Lily. The plan is for Vincent and Jack to try to sneak past the troll, while Liam will make the troll fall asleep by singing a lullaby. The most difficult is for the boys to sneak past undetected and to save Lily from the cage. And, most importantly, if any of them looks the troll in the eyes, they will turn into stone. Liam takes a deep breath and gets ready. He nods to the boys. It's time. Jack and Vincent slowly and carefully start sneaking in through the opening of the cave. The troll has his back towards them, and he is huffing and puffing while stirring in a steaming pot. Liam closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and starts humming. A beautiful melody flows from his mouth. The lullaby is about you being good enough just as you are, that you are loved and safe, that you don't have to be someone special. You are yourself, and that's enough. The song is about you carrying the greatest superpower of them all inside of you. The superpower that you are you, and that you can achieve whatever you want in life. The only thing standing in your way is yourself. The lullaby is about how you carry great courage inside of you. The courage to be yourself. The courage to be everything that is you. And that you will succeed because of that. The song is also about nothing being impossible as long as you believe in yourself. Liam is completely absorbed by the lullaby and doesn't notice that the boys have come back until he can feel Lily's arms around him. The troll is fast asleep, sucking his thumb and snoring loudly, and the other children are standing unharmed and happy next to him. They have made it! Liam managed to get the troll to fall asleep by his song, and Vincent and Jack managed to sneak all the way to Lily and to save her from the cage. Liam hugs them all, and they quickly tiptoe down towards the water, eager to get away before the troll wakes up and discovers that Lily is gone. Lily is also a strong swimmer, so it's not long before they are back on the beach where the dogs happily greet them, barking and jumping. Relieved and happy, they are back on the dogs' backs. Lily feels safe, sitting in front of Liam with his arms around her. After a long while, they stop by a beautiful clearing in the middle of the forest, where there also is a small pond. They quench their thirst and they all jump into the pond with their clothes on. It is so cooling and refreshing. They play in the water for a while before lying down in the grass, letting the sun's rays and the warm air dry them. We really made it. We outsmarted the troll and saved the princess, says Liam. We have never managed to get the troll to fall asleep before, without one of us turning into stone. But this time we made it, thanks to working together and having a good plan. This means that we are ready to level up since our mission on this level is accomplished. All four of them are very proud and excited. Lily explains that it hadn't been that awful to be captured by the troll. The cage had never been locked. She could have opened the door whenever she wanted. But she wouldn't have known how to sneak past the troll and get out, and she was certain that Liam was coming for her. The troll didn't care much about her. He kept her there mostly because he didn't want to be alone. This has been an eventful day, and they are all exhausted. The sun's rays make them a little tired, and Liam can hear the others yawning. A nap will be really nice. Liam closes his eyes and sighs with contentment. Lily, Vincent and Jack lie next to him, also with closed eyes. Their breaths become deeper and slower. Their eyelids get heavier and heavier. Their bodies get more and more relaxed and heavy. And soon they are all sound asleep, feeling safe. Liam wakes up and notices that he is in his own bed, in the room he shares with Lily. And he can see that she is still asleep in her bed next to him. Liam gives a big smile and closes his eyes again. He is in no hurry to get up. He notices that his leg is slightly sore, and he thinks about the wound he had gotten while being a robot. Before he falls asleep again, he thinks to himself, what an adventure! Was it a dream? Or did it really happen? He is looking forward to talk with Lily, Jack and Vincent later about all that has happened. Sleep tight, you wonderful little person.